Hey y'all, Hot Rods Woodshed here. So I've got this 57 Chevy wagon and I was looking to put a sway bar on the front of it. And I'm frugal and I was looking to save my dollars. So for those of you who are the same way and trying to save your dollars and find something in an auto salvage yard on a vehicle already that works, I found this online, no pictures, no video. I went to the salvage yard, found one, and it works. So I'm going to show you what I did and how I did it, and you can save $1. Okay. So first off, here's my 57 Chevy. So I was told that a third generation Camaro or Firebird sway bar will work. They make 3 different size sway bars. So get a V8 car preferably because it has the biggest sway bar on it. And by the way, these are bigger than the aftermarket makes for this car. So it should do very well. So anyway, let me send you some pictures of what I've done here, how I've got it installed. So here's my sway bar. And what I did was I got the links at the salvage yard, even got fairly good links on it. But what I needed to do, well, first thing, let me just say, the first problem I had when I installed those the way they were completely, the sway bar here was a little bit too close to the frame and I felt like it would hit. So what I did was took this spacer, let me zoom this in. I took this spacer right here and it was actually one piece. Those 2 pieces were together. I cut it off and cut it in half, exactly in half. Took one half and used it as the spacer. Took the other half and used it up here so I would not have to change my bolt length. Still used all the same bushings there in it. I feel like it gives me adequate clearance. I get the phone up here and the camera, as you can see. I feel like it gives me adequate clearance that it won't hit the frame. Of course, naturally it won't hit it back here because it moves with the frame, and the further it goes, the more the frame separates from it, obviously. So anyway, here, thankfully, somebody had already put some nice Moog style bushings in it that were nice and hard, and they're made in USA and good. So I lucked out there. But anyway, I needed to lower this down so it would give me a little more clearance back here and lower it down. And so I made some struts, spacers, stands, whatever you want to call them. I just used a piece of 1/8 inch flat metal, took a piece of like 1 5/8 pipe, cut it 2 inches long, or so it'd be 2 inches tall, welded them together about 4 1/4 inches long by about 2 inches wide. Welded it together, bolted it on there, and it works. It works. And pushes the frame, and the same thing here. So this will give you a little bit better idea of my bolting arrangement right here. I made this one on the top a little bit wider because by the time it lined up then with this one here, I needed to go over on the frame further and catch one of the frame. So this one ended up like 2.5 inches wide, and this one ended up like 2 inches wide. Anyway, but it works. When I put it on, I had to put a little spacer here, a little nut there to space it out there. But over here, I was able to put it tight. Right there. Thanks to Rule King bolts and nuts. They are wonderful. I believe it will work nicely. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, but it's got to be structurally strong because that takes a hell of a load. I was able to get to my bolts inside here and fishing up into here, get to the bolt right there through going in the front of the frame here. It hangs down just a little bit more than it really probably an engineer would intend for it to be, I mean here, but it's not in the line of sight. It's